Okay, hey collective. I hope you've been looking good, feeling good, smelling good, eating good, drinking good, thinking good thoughts, having a good time, sharing good energy with good people, in good places, doing good things. I kind of got an idea of what this reading may be about just from this little pre-shuffle before I even fully got into the cards, but let's see. Yep, I knew it. There is someone that is really depressed. They're having intense anxiety and feeling hopeless right now. They're feeling hopeless because you've matched up with someone who is grounded, successful, and has built a business empire. They're also feeling, I'm hearing like, I don't know, what is this? I'm hearing, they feel this insecurity that they feel like they feel powerless. They feel completely powerless because they see that this person is also this dependable person that's structured and has the authority to override anything, that has the authority and the strength to make sure that they remain in that depression. Let it be so. I mean, if they got the power and the authority to do it, then I guess they're in the right for being able to do it. Yeah. This person is dealing with a lot of financial issues. They don't know how to, I'm hearing they don't know how to manage their resources, but they also don't have any resources. This person, whoever this is too stuck in financial problems. Yeah. And a lot of it has to do with because they stayed in an energy of like trying to like force you not to stand your ground, like defying they are convinced and they are convicted right now at this point about your inheritance, your financial security, and your family. And it's because you stood your ground. Like they couldn't do anything against it. Like I said from the gate, I think it's that energy of people forget how hard in the paint you actually go. They were expecting you to come out angry, but you reserved whatever anger, whatever, force you needed to use in that way. You reserved that. They were curious too, like, why isn't this person getting angry? Why isn't this person getting mad? Why is this person, just staying in this loving energy? So that when they need to use it for their protection, for the rejection of these individuals, and for the projection of their dreams coming true, their satisfaction. You wanted to project that energy to the right place. You wanted to be able to manipulate the energies that in the way that served you best. This is maybe something that they didn't understand, or they didn't see that you were sharing this understanding and belief with someone else or someone's else, some else's. Yeah, there's a strong assertive energy too that, this could be new coworkers, new, counterparts, new friends. They didn't see that. I guess maybe they forgot. They just saw you in this like hopeless romantic, idealistic, chivalrous type of energy, but they weren't aware of the knowledge sharing with you and individuals that are in your life now about how much knowledge you guys shared. I'm hearing like how well it molds things together for you. And I mean mold like as in like a fixed, what is it called when someone has a torch and they weld it? Yeah. This is put this person into judgment. They are really literally looking at their own heart. And if they're not, they should be. And part of it is like this person, because they're self-evaluating, because they're having this awakening, maybe they're seeking forgiveness. And I'm not sure that you even are required to like, okay, fine. Like, it's not like you didn't forgive this person when you took accountability for even being in a relationship with them. I think maybe you're more so in an energy like, okay, if they want to come forward and say something, so be it, but there won't be a renewal, because you're in this energy of a breakthrough, a new direction inspiration for that. Like they thought that this fall was going to be a period of renewal and healing for them, but it was actually renewal and healing for you to pour out addictions, because these look like, and I'm getting this is a potion here. So like any spell work, that's what you were renewing this fall. That was your opportunity to glance back at the past once more as you were letting those cups out. And that's what led to your breakthrough. So, there's no qualms, you're too healed, you're too evolved for that, right? Yeah, the reason you looked back was to maintain that courage, that, ability to overcome, any type of control. Like I said, that looks like spell work to me here on that card. Spell work to try to make you addicted to, feel some type of way. Wow. And so that breakthrough led to you being in this like daydreaming energy, really leading with your heart and being sensitive to the needs of yourself and the persons that you're involved with. And when I say persons, that doesn't mean that you're in like a polygamous relationship or anything like that. It's just that you have a lot of new relationships that you are experiencing and encountering. Wow. Wow. You've been very honest. You've been very honest. Maybe that's also something that brings this person a lot of insecurity, a lot of anxiety, is that you've always been very honest. You've always been very protective, which is what makes this person depressed now, because they're no longer like being protected by a connection. There's no connection there. Look, you completed that cycle. So that's maybe what, and then they feel helpless because you're still in your, quirky energy. You were able to be you and find the true love that you desire. And it's not from one person specifically. It's from a lot of people, a lot of the right people. This could really have this person heartbroken, but I mean, that's where they should be, right? That's what happens when judgment is called. Yep. And you overcame any type of control that this person may try to have over your finances too. You've overcome that as well. They didn't think that you would be able to see their plays, like to see the things that they were doing, to see the things that they were trying to enact. Yeah, they didn't see this victory coming from you. They didn't think that you would ever achieve it. They never wanted to recognize that the whole reason that you were in the spotlight was because that you deserved to be there. You don't do the same things that other people do, and it's decidedly so. You're not out here, and I'm not going to say no shade, all the shade in the world to somebody who's out here selling their body, who thinks that that's an admirable way of gaining success in life. Like, no way. That's also part of it. Like I said in my other reading, it's like, if someone comes to me and go, would you do anything for your children? No, I'm not just going to do anything. Yeah, that might put food on the table. I guess we might have to eat noodles that night. You know what I mean? I guess we might have to go, go get a free meal somewhere at a soup kitchen. Do they even have those anymore? You're not going to do the wrong things. That's why this person can't overpower you. That's why this person had no control, because you weren't willing to lower your vibration to get money in the wrong way. Never have, never will. Money is not that important to you like that. It's not that important that you would sell yourself for it. Yeah. They know you're the true magician here. They know that you're the one that holds all this power. You're the one that's resourceful enough to manifest things and make things happen. That's why you have achieved this recognition. And that's why you've always been in the spotlight. Even when they thought they were putting so much spotlight on you that it would blind you. Not an option. Not an option at all. They just see you out here continually having this good news, having new ideas, being able to move forward into your manifestations head first. Head first mean you were thinking about the things like, okay, I can't step into, this next level right now. This is the energy of you previously. I can't step into this next level right now, but I'm not going to do anything inappropriate. That's a big word. Inappropriate. to allow myself. Like, you're not going to cheat. You're not going to skip a step. It's almost like somebody who would cheat on a test. It's like, why would I cheat on a test? Why not just surrender to having to study and sacrifice that hangout time and, leave all of that uncertainty behind? Yeah. Or be open to the uncertainty, to the unknown of not knowing what's next, but accepting the fact that you haven't done anything to not accomplish, not receive anything that you desire. There's no reason that you shouldn't be. That's why judgment is here. There's no reason that you shouldn't be in the position that you've been called to be in, that you sit in, that you've always sat in. This person is in a lot of judgment, under judgment as well, because of their collaboration and focused effort. Like, because they've got so many people on board, I feel I'm hearing it's tearing other people's lives apart. But that's what this person does. And that's the deception that other people let themselves get into. They deceive themselves. They deceive themselves with that. And your collaborations and focused efforts and common goals were things that required a lot of purity, a lot of pure of heart, a lot of pure of mind, a lot of pure of, not being pressured by other people, just taking, everything as it comes and, allowing yourself to use the natural resources that you had, the strength of your own being. Yeah. And not really giving a who did or didn't like it. It don't mean nothing to you what these other people think. You are not impressed by anything that they do against you. That you are not impressed by any facade that anyone else has held up in front of you. You are not impressed by any of that. Imagine that, collective. They thought that you were going to be so impressed that they were able to send out this energy. No, you can send out whatever energy you want. It ain't going to change minds. Yeah. You really knew how to take care of yourself. You always have. And that's why you're going to be living this guilt-free life. Man, if calories could not count. If calories could not count. Like, that's going to be the energy that you're in, though. I said this in the other reading too. Guilt-free, just, it's not going to be hard work. You know what I mean? That's something that you threw away when you got into this energy of not caring if other people look. Can't even make it up. That's how you were able to obtain this, is because you stayed steadfast in that energy of not letting anybody else's anything with respect to you, but also knowing yourself too. That's a huge part of it. You didn't deny that whether or not you were the type of person that could, go and, I don't even know what it's called, but like you learned, again, from the beginning. And it's hard to describe because it's something that every person has to be able to learn and use for themselves. It really is this ability to know that they're not always an angel, but know when to let that energy out. Know how to properly let your anger fuel something. Like I said the other day, if I'm angry about something or frustrated about something, I'll go find something productive to do, because that energy is going to fuel. Man, you might have anytime, like, all I can say, collective, is if you have a task that seems big or daunting, just wait till somebody pisses you off and then go do it. I bet you it'll get done quicker than you thought. It'd be something you thought was going to take you 5 hours. You'd be done with it in 5 minutes. You'd be able to go lay down and have a good sleep, guilt-free. I'm just telling you, that's how it works. These people didn't understand that. They thought that, working out of this energy or that energy, etc., all that did was make you not want to turn back towards them ever and go on about your guilt-free life. Maybe that's something that somebody's trying to push towards you too, is like, trying to make you feel like you should be guilty about this wonderful life that you're living and all the things that are coming to you. Nah, keep it pushing. You deserve this, and you earned it. You earned this guilt-free life. You deserve a guilt-free life. Calories don't count. I so wish. You're going to be able to get out there and really explore and live a life like you'd never imagined. That's what I'm getting, because this is an astronaut with like all of these different, stickers from places that you've been and you've explored. This is the life that you're going to be living or are living now. Just even stepping into the astronaut uniform, that's probably where you are at now, all suited up with your suitcase ready to go, and you lift off. That's where you're at. You just had to understand, be guilt free, have no guilt about nothing, no qualms about nada, not giving up who like you and who don't. You don't like them too much either, is what I'm understanding. You don't have to either. They're not needed. And people prove themselves to be not needed. If they were needed, they would be around right now. Yeah, these people out here just having a box with the pillow. Like, whoever they're expressing their anger to as a friend is laughing at them. Like, yeah, you're just going to have to take that one on the chin. Yeah, because this person isn't even sorry about what they did. And you aren't either. You're not sorry about what they did. They're sorry. That may come out in other readings. They're sorry. They're so sorry. They feel so sorry about. Yeah, they're sorry. They're a sorry person. They're a sorry person. They're a sorry, excuse for a human being. And you're not sorry. You're not sorry at all that they have to box it out with the pillow, that their friends are laughing out at them, that they don't have anyone in their corner anymore. It is what it is. Like, it's not a big deal. Yeah, that's you. You're over here blowing bubbles. That's funny, too, because I was sitting the other day. I don't know where I was, but I was just blowing my bubbles and popping my gum. Like, that's literally the life, 1616, that you live, collective, just blowing your bubbles and popping your gum. And that's the life you're going to continue to live. Ooh, that's funny too, because I was guided to use to wear my infinity bracelet. That's the life you're going to continue to live, and they're just going to have to continue to box it out with the pillow. Like I said, if they want to reach out and say something and communicate with you about whatever, however they feel, maybe even because they're in this self-evaluation awakening, like to make their heart lighter, so be it. Let them say whatever they need to say. Don't mean you have to listen. Don't mean you have to, accept it. You don't have to accept apologies. No. It's not your responsibility to accept. I never heard where it's like, oh, you have to accept every apology that's given. No. You can acknowledge it. Oh, okay, you apologize. It can hold no weight, because when you let it hold weight, you end up the person that's boxing with the pillow, but you deserve abundance. So no, you don't have to accept anybody's apology. You can let them make it if they feel like they need to. They made their own decisions on how to abuse their power, whatever that power may have been. Because what I'm understanding is, like, it's not working. That's why there's in this, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? They're frustrated. All of their scrying, all of their mirror work, trying to give you these fake gifts, sending out false messages, trying to disconnect you from your ancestors, trying to poison you with this dirty apple up here, trying to cause natural disasters in your life. Whatever they were doing, trying to hit you in the head with a chancla. That's a chancla there, isn't it? It's like you accepted whatever it was, You accepted whatever it was. And you knew that you needed a type of nurturing and a power and the help that would only come from the divine. Look at this. You knew that you needed help that you probably were never given. You were probably always the help to everybody else. Whether or not they saw you that way. Because I'm getting a mother energy here, like where the mother didn't see the gift of the child. They just saw it as a burden. I never look at my kids like that. I don't care what it is that, I don't care how hard it gets. I'm not going to look at my children as though they're a burden. The only person that can burden me is me, and I refuse. Yeah. You stay in this lighthearted energy too. I feel like you also, if you have children as well, collective, you see your children as a way to connect with your inner child, like being part of your children's lives, doing, artwork and, whatever. Yeah. You accepted that you weren't always an angel. You took all full accountability and ownership for whoever it was, and you learned how to use it properly. This person just is abuse, 1919 on the clock. That's why their life is not mirroring anything other than the negativity that they sent out. Yeah. Too, it's something like, it's giving me this energy of like, you already know, you have already given in to the possibility of everything being fine. with respect to future finances, current finances, past finances, finances that somebody was trying to withhold from you or keep you from knowing about, whatever it is, things that people stole from you. You're cool, relax, everything's fine. That's why you're going to be in this energy of taking care of yourself with no guilt free. You're going to be in this, you're going to have effort money. That may be the energy that people feel like you're in. Like you're in this alien energy where you're like, psh, you know, they made their own choices. You know, they decided to go to whatever readers they wanted to and believe whatever somebody told them. You know, you chose to do otherwise. You may have gotten a reading that told you something about, oh, this is it for you and da-da-da-da. You were like, I'll be damned. Actually, no, I won't. I'll be demure. Yeah, you didn't let anybody speak life into something negative into your life. No matter how many people tried to do it, you know. It's like that energy of somebody saying, "Oh, you're having a really bad day." No, you're having a really bad day that you have to say something like that. Who speaks that? You know, I had someone say a while back, say, "Oh, that's I feel so bad for you." What do you feel bad for me for? Don't feel bad for me. Don't feel sorry for me, none of that, because I ain't a sorry person. Ain't nothing bad in my life. What I experienced may have been, but at the end of the day, this is all you do, right? So letting somebody say, "Oh, I feel bad for you," "Oh, I feel sorry for you," don't take that. That's negativity wrapped in what seems like empathy. Okay? That will exhaust you to no end. This is what this person is in, though. They're exhausted to no end. Like, this person is literally falling down on the couch. Like, this person is literally overwhelmed and exhausted. I hear somebody got like knocked out their shoes. You ever get knocked out your shoes where your sock come off? That's the energy. This person kept going at it, is what I'm understanding. She kept trying to, take it out in some way, shape, or form when they really needed to transmute it. But that's why you get to live this life. You refuse to fall flat down on the couch. You refuse to let things overpower you. They let their demons overpower them every damn day. What is this? Yeah, they're trying real hard not to panic about this. That may be where they're sitting at right now in this judgment. Them and the people around them are really trying hard not to panic about everything. Wow. About the fact that you have superpowers. They're really trying to, yeah. And what I'm understanding is it has a lot to do with them not being sorry. And it has a lot to do with the fact that you're not sorry either. I'm not sorry you made the stupid decision, because I deserve abundance. I don't know what you deserve. And, I'm hearing you can get it too. That's what I'm understanding too. Anybody can get it. Anybody can get it at this point. You want to come up? You want to rumble with the bee, huh? And what I'm getting is that instance is throw a hex on your whole family. You came to rumble with the bee. By doing so, you threw a hex on your whole family. That's what these people did. That's what they're realizing now. You came rumbling with the bee. Now you threw a hex on your whole family. You deserve abundance, collective. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, ain't no how. You just sit in this drama-free energy, deserving and receiving what you deserve. Focusing on all of that love that you put out and that you're receiving in too. And getting out of your comfort zone. That's the next part. This is so cute to me. Because a turtle getting out of their thing and then it's so cute. That's what people probably think when they see you. Like, this person is so cute. This person is so handsome. This person is so, like just the way you carry yourself too. Even in your relaxed mode, when you're sitting back, relaxing, all being cool. Shooting some people outside of the school. Yeah, when a couple of guys who were up to no good. We don't care. And it's not that you don't care. You know what I mean? You're just in an energy of, it's like, you can't control people, and you know that. So you don't choose to control anyone. You just choose to control yourself. That's what gave you the difference. Standing up for yourself. Yeah, not letting anybody be a pushover. Maybe someone even screwed you over in business. I had that happen when I first started out in real estate. I had a broker who This was my first contract ever. And I was holding this open house for months. And this one same person kept coming in over and over and over again. And I built up a relationship with this person, and they were they were from a different country. And as you know, you have to do certain things that are deemed respectful in their culture in order to actually gain their respect. And I gained his respect enough that he wrote a $500,000 cash contract on the house, and he had all the assets to do so. I went to my broker with it just to make sure I had everything right, because this is my first contract ever. And she redlined the actual contract and said, well, can you take it back to him and get him to redo it? That 25, that, gives your client, if you don't know, that gives your client a lack of faith in you, right? And maybe you, like me, didn't understand, like, I'm not stupid, but why did this person do this? It's because in that moment, I wasn't really standing up for myself as far as like what I should be, doing. I should have let her look at it and tell me, you know what I mean? And you have figured that out. You figured that out too, because I felt like, oh, this is, my broker. These people are supposed to be guiding you properly, in these businesses. Your manager is supposed to be telling you the right things to do, right? But that's not always the same. That's not always what's happening, And once I decided not to be in my emotions and just stand up for who I am and just be like, nah. I never let another person touch my paperwork. And anytime I ever did, they would mess up. And that's why I was like, I'm not letting nobody else touch my paperwork. That's just the reality of it. Some people may say I put too much on myself. Oh, yeah? Dopamine, go. I learned from all of those memories. I learned from every single one of them. Ain't nobody ever gonna step on me, none of that. Stomp me out. You must be out your mind. You put your foot up to stomp on me, I'm gonna pull you right down to where you thought you was about to have me. These people should feel lucky too. They should feel lucky that you didn't unleash the beast, that you chose to manifest other things, that you chose to transmute the energy. Because if you had sent it back, it would be a lot worse. Even though I'm understanding this is the energy that they're in. Sick somewhere in a hospital, probably on they last leg. That little beep, beep is getting slower and slower. Less oxygen to their body, having to wear oxygen masks. This person out here, the bum that they are, looking for handouts somewhere. They lucky. They are lucky it only ended up like this. Because when you're in these situations, you have an opportunity to try and figure it out for yourself, like the collective did. They're lucky. Yeah. They never imagined that you would actually tap into these superpowers too. They never imagined that you would be able to be in the right energy to actually heal yourself. Yep. Maybe even to meditate. Maybe that's something that one of you guys do. They never thought you would put your focus on you and on the right things, that you would know how to constantly clear their energy, from every crevice, every spot, and close out every cycle, never opening the door again. They're lucky. They're lucky this is all that they're experiencing at this moment. They are very lucky. They should understand wherever they're being outcast from, whatever people aren't communicating to them, aren't, while they're sitting there sad and blue and, their dog don't even acknowledge them. This could be somebody, this dog probably ain't even paying attention to them anymore when they come in the door. Their dog is like, People are celebrating that they're gone. People are celebrating that they're casting them out now. Because you already did that. You showed people the way. They're lucky. They're lucky that's all they've encountered so far. They're lucky. They're very lucky that's all that they have encountered so far. You're gonna be treating yourself to whatever you want. You want steak? I don't want no lobster though, because I don't like the way lobster tastes. But if you want steak, collective. Again, that cleansing yourself, purifying yourself. And you won't let anybody stop you. This is a do not disturb. That's why you're so protected, because you continue to regenerate and, do things in the correct way. They are lucky. They are lucky. It's only where it's at right now. What I'm understanding is they keep it up, it's going to be worse. You're not even going to be able to raise your hands. You're not even going to be able to get the care that you might possibly need. They're lucky. You're going to be partying your heart out. Like, you're going to get chocolate wasted, collected. Party like a rock star. Party like a rock star. Yeah. So don't you even worry. Don't you even worry, because they are lucky. They are lucky. They're lucky they get free medical. They're lucky there's soup kitchens available for they stank behinds. So I'm hearing somebody do stank. Somebody do stank a lot. Ooh. You ever be approaching a homeless person, you smell them? That's whoever that was in that car. Okay, it's not something they can wash off. Yeah. So if you feel like, like I said last week, the to-do list is never bigger than you. So any type of calls, any type of commitments, any type, don't be hard on yourself. What I'm understanding is don't be hard on yourself right now if you don't get to everything that you like to do. With respect to your inner child work, doing arts and crafts, that may be something, or, painting murals. I don't know. Painting. I know a lot of people do use that. So if you aren't able to get to all of those things, don't be hard on yourself. Take it in bite-sized pieces, collective. Take it in bite-sized pieces. Take it in bite-sized pieces, and don't be hard on yourself. Don't care too much about the things, if you miss a day of workout, if you miss a leg day, it's okay. You still got legs. You can do it the next time there's a leg day. You can do it next time there's a leg day. There's a couple arguing. Because I'm getting one or the other told the other person, you should be ashamed. Turn your tongue 7 times in your mouth before speaking. This person is choking on their own words. You heard of somebody eating their words? They're choking on them. They are so choking on them because it was so hard for them to believe that they were given the right instruction or that they were being led the wrong way, etc., etc. Somebody is choking on their words. Everything that they spoke about you. Every time your name was on their tongue, every time that your name was on their tongue or in their minds, or that they were even thinking about an option of a way to talk and discuss you in a negative light, they are choking on their tongue. They're getting migraines from even thinking about you in a negative way. And they're wondering why this happened. It's not because you wanted to. You've been focusing on what you should have been. Maybe embracing even an ancestor or ancestors. Spreading the love. Yep. Tomorrow has something real big and exciting waiting for you. There's something coming your way tomorrow. Because you walked away from this, dark, dank shadow energy that these people, wanted you to only look, came right back out. That they kept abusing their power to try to create for you. There's something wonderful happening tomorrow. There's something, and they're so mad about it. Look, this is BS. Because they thought everything that they were doing, that they're, whatever they were doing, they was probably eating too many damn mushrooms, if you ask me. Stay off them drugs. Yep. Because people are telling them, okay, so you didn't win this. So the collective won this. So what? You failed. You failed at everything you spoke of that you said you could do over the collective in their life. You failed at it. So what? So what you failed? They don't know how to do anything else but fail. I'm just telling you. That's why they sit in that energy like that. They got people around them trying to tell them man, just give it up, go on and do something different. Do something different. That's what I'm hearing. They need to do something different. They need to do something different. I can't have a home unless... Oh, I'm being told to pull a few more over here. Yeah, this person probably thought that it was just a pothole or that this anxiety wouldn't, take over them is what I'm hearing. But they have no choice. They choking on their own words. They barked up the wrong tree. What else here? That one in reverse. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Whatever they were sending to you. Whatever they were sending to you has been put in reverse. Whatever they were sending to you. Whether it be some energy, I don't know. Shoot. They are highly surprised too. 3443. Maybe some people are even surprised that you aren't in some type of like, I don't know, selling your body energy. Like you don't have to. You don't want to. You don't need to. It's not a necessity to like go and be low. I don't know what's wrong with these people. There's nothing they can deliver to your front door. That's just what I'm getting here. There's nothing at all that they could deliver to your front door, especially if you don't be hard on your own self. And then in this next phase of like, okay, I had too many business things taking place that day that I wasn't able to make it to the gym. You know, I wasn't able to, fix my Greek salad for my lunch today. So I had to go and eat something out. Don't trip off of it. That's just them trying to mix you up from thinking that, don't overwhelm yourself with doing all the great things that you do on a daily basis. Again, tomorrow holds something completely new. That's what keeps you in this alien energy. While they be thinking they mixing stuff up. It looked like a bunch of guts in there, that blender. Wow, these people, they are, listen, this is who they belong to. And I feel like whatever is happening, because they couldn't fulfill whatever this is, whatever packages they was trying to overlord your front door with. They're going, somebody's going to be on some heavy medications. I'm hearing sedation. Someone is undergoing some type of heavy sedation. Ooh, they might be taken at that point in time. So if someone's going in for a procedure or something like that, or they're telling them that like their whatever medications they were trying to give them won't cure them, this person is going to be taken under. This person is going to be taken under and over. Wow. This person is actually taking themselves out in this instance, because they have such a like aversion, like because it gives them, it's such a problem to see you do well. Stop looking. They couldn't get that part, the stop looking part, the stop trying part. They couldn't get that. That's what's taking them out. It's not your glow up, which is here underneath this card. It's this. It's their own energy. Yeah. And I'm getting too, it's like all the people that they deceived, all the people that they put some kind of control magic on. Like they made, this person did some control magic on the people that they were around or that they brought into work against you. They did their control magic on these people to keep these people in this rent controlled apartment. That's why. Wow. Someone may be taking themselves out through their own, they were in this menace energy. And I'm getting like, this is them constantly peering in on those other people's lives to see, in that rent controlled apartment, this is them peering in that window to see when other people were doing well that they had working under them, so they can go in and get the praise for it, but then so they could turn it around and then blame it on the collective. That's who was sitting there looking through your window. Yeah, they thought they were going to keep this plan up for I don't know how long, honey. Wow, if someone's marriage ended or someone had like some issues with infidelity and things like that, that was this person. What I'm getting is whoever this person is that's basically getting taken out by their own illness, because that's what they were probably sending out too. That's what they were probably manifesting, and it manifested right up on in their body. But whoever that is, that person was also, so when they would look in the windows and look in to see and like do the readings or get readings on the people that they had under their spell, is what I'm told to say, under their spell. The people that they had under their spell, they would ruin their marriages and relationships and cause discord. So if this is somebody, if you talk to somebody about your relationship, your marriage and how things were going, and you felt like they were your confidant, surprise, that mother was out there waiting for the moment to see you get a glimpse of happiness so they could come in and break it down and mix it up and result in your marriage being broken, or your boyfriend and girlfriend, whatever. Yeah, the same stuff that they had you play on the collective or presented, whatever they was doing it all. Whatever they said was being done, they were doing it. That's how they know what was being done, was because it was their hand. These people feel so deceived, right? Look, can't even make it up. These people feel so deceived. They feel like they must have been on, like they must have been having an outer body experience. This must have been something else going on here. Because they know if they were in their right of mind, they wouldn't have done this. These people understand and know that they were in this spell. They know now that this person was the one standing in over the road, conflicting everything that they saw. And then look, couldn't even wear their own face, trying to make themselves look like this humble, good for you broccoli. Whole time they standing right in your way. 4004. Oh, don't worry. That might have been something person. Oh, don't worry. Just stay calm. Don't da 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 da. That may be something this person has said. Whole time this person was after nothing but money, and they got none. What seemed like it's that saying, like, you ever see those people that win millions and then they end up right back in the circumstances that they were before? That's because they reside with the devil himself. Their whole purpose of even wanting the money and getting the money and playing the game was to try and self-soothe some way. But in a negative way. This person just couldn't give up. Now they have no choice. Couldn't give up all the lies. They went overtime with it. Every day they put in an extra hour. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Every day they was putting in an extra hour. So they was getting other people to do their dirty work, if you will. That's how they were able to make it go overtime. They had people thinking that they were there to be a comfort to them, to be a guide to them, to show them the way and the ropes. 4114. That they were there to help them through this process, to try to get the collective back. They got them to do their dirty work. Whole time this person doing spells on them, got them looking like zombies out here just running after every word they say. Got people making their whole life, every day, revolve around the collective and doing ill towards the collective. Collective sitting over here protected like a mug. Look at that little shirt. Protected by something so big and powerful you can't even see what it really is. Anyway, collective's not in any danger either. Most of it has to do with the fact that this person deceived everybody so much. That's why they would never be in that danger. That's why there was nothing that could be dropped off at the front door of collective. It's right over that package. That's why. Because that's why the collective is not in danger. If you didn't see that, it's because you guys were zombies. Maybe this is somebody's mom. Maybe that's why people believe this person. Maybe this person came off as a motherly type nature and individual. That was the game that they played. Understand? They knew they was watching you so good. This person was constantly watching these other people to see what was going on in their life so they could come and play this game while they pretended to be this loving motherly energy, listening to all your problems just so they could make sure that what they did was playing outright. Oh, this person has this now. Okay, now what should I do next? Okay, I'll tell them I'll do something to cleanse it. And then they go and stop doing whatever it is against them to make them feel like they had helped them. I can't make it up. Deceive these people to no end. Yep. Man, I can't even make this up. These people need to be really concerned about what they were told, all the deception. They need to be really concerned about that. Spirit is telling them they should caution themselves to be deceived again. Whether it be 20 minutes from now, 10 minutes ago, they should be cautious about falling into the same deception because they already got a period of time that they have to atone for this. All I did was split the deck. This person constantly wears this mask. This is a mustache wax. This is constantly someone who puts on a facade to mess up other people's lives so that they can have control over them. They did their big one with these people, huh? Turned all these damn people into zombies. Yo, this is wild. Mixed up these people's whole futures. Their entire everything just crumbling. And they sitting back understanding now how stuck they were in that illusion. How deep they were in that shadow. Wow. They see who had that poison needle. They see now. They're trashing this person. They're trashing whatever they thought this lie, all the lies that this person told. They are throwing those down the drain. They realizing that now. They should. Shoot. Seeing you out happy is something they want to see. They want to see you out looking good, feeling good, smelling good, eating good, drinking good, thinking good thoughts, having a good time, sharing good energy with good people in good places. Because if they want anything other than that, they're lying to themselves. They're lying to themselves. They're falling into the illusion. They're deceiving themselves. And they are going to be, they should be concerned because something will be coming for them. If they allow themselves to continue to be poisoned with that, what I'm understanding is all these people that this person was controlling, all of these people whose lives they were a part of, with the sole purpose of making sure that they knew what to do and when to do it and how to do it. You have to understand, if the collective breaking away from this type of person, these types of people, cause the collective to be in the upright, how could the collective be in your business? How could the collective know what to attack if they were nowhere near you? The collective don't even do stuff like that. How could they when they had all these people coming against them? They had everybody turning on them. Where could they have gotten that? 4554, where could they have gotten that? Again, if these people wish anything for you other than this, they're going to a rude awakening. All I'm saying is that if they keep going back and forth in between this situation with this person, they don't see. They're in for a rude awakening. They are in for a rude awakening because this person has already dropped a package off to them, a stanky package. If you know what that means, this person has already hexed and cursed them. How do you think this person was able to make things occur in your lives that look bad and then blame it on the collective? Every time you went back into engaged with this person was telling you about something new that the collective was doing. You know why? Because you let them back in. They was able to do that to you. They came and dropped that package off with you, telling you, mixing it up, telling you the collective is doing this, collective is doing that. You better get yourself together. Whole while playing you like a fiddle. Playing you like a whole freaking fiddle. I would certainly, yeah. If these people are clear on where they should be right now, the fact that you're not in danger of anything, they should want you to remain in this calm energy that you're in, collective. Because it's a surprise to all of them that you're even in that energy. They should just focus on being surprised and want more surprises with respect to you. And, essentially, because if they get into this energy, something's coming for them. I don't know if this person went by all these people's houses and dropped off something in their front yard. Be cautious if on your trash day, there's always a little something extra that's not gone in the trash that don't belong in your trash because it wasn't a part of yours. It could be as small as I don't know what these people do, but it could be as small as like a rotten egg in a bag that they did put out in front of your house on garbage day, or put up on the side of your house where your hose is that you never go. And it can't be the collective. It can't be me as far as the collective, because I done moved away from wherever these people are. So, be cautious. They might have even done something to make you, they did something to make some of these people try to take them back. It's a try. They did something, but they being left on red. They're being left on red. They're watching this person go through up and down in their emotions and stuff. Ooh, yeah. Wow. I saw the delete card and then it's this mix up. Yeah. Maybe that's what's confusing whoever this motherly energy is out here, because they're not getting a response. Are you mad, confused? This is not how friends treat friends. Piss off. I'm sorry. They're going through all of their emotions. People are watching them have a mental breakdown. That's what's happening now. This menace that they're deleting out of their lives. They should. They show it would. If you got any sense in your head. Connecting with this person is going to instantly make you anxious. That's their whole purpose, is to make you feel in a negative emotion so that you can go and do exactly what they told your behind to do. This person feels like they have all power over these people to get them back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. At some point, you got to lock that revolving door. Otherwise, you just be on some dizzy road. Ooh, towards an ending like you never saw coming. Ooh. They're in for a rude awakening and stay in that revolving door energy. Yeah. Again, like I said, they're out here telling these people maybe even like, oh no, we can still get the collective. We can still, there's no way they can drop, they cannot drop anything off to the collective. They can get you all day though. They can get these people all day. Whoever these people are that keep dealing with them. As long as you decide to bark up the wrong tree, I guess you're going to try and get some credit with this person. You stupid. You stupid as I don't know what. That person is gaslighting you to go ahead and ruin your life even more. You ain't even going to have a house for them to sit something on the side of it. You're not even going to have a house for them to sit something on the side of it. You will not even have a house for this person to come and drop something off at. You keep playing with this person. You keep dealing with this person. I'm just telling you, this person had way too many people involved in this. This person is bound to take away anything that anybody thought that they had. That's unfortunate. People let themselves be manipulated like this. It's already written for the collective to be who they are. Maybe that's what's catching most of these people by surprise too. It's already been written for the collective to be exactly who they are. And it was already written for this person to come into whoever these people's lives are and mess up their homes, mess up their happy homes. Because if you let yourself be a part of this, if you let yourself do somebody else's dirty work, you deserve what you're getting or not getting, or what's getting taken away from you. You deserve to lose. Listen, you deserve to lose. That card fell back out. The only way out of this is to completely break off from this person. Completely ignore them. Let them go through. Let their addiction get back to them. Because essentially, this stays with the people that continue to engage. This attachment. This is an attachment. It's a stanky bag. I'm telling you. This person might have went and made a bunch of rotten eggs over the last 2 or 3 months and been just waiting. Might have been keeping them in their trunk of their car or in the garage or somewhere in wherever they stay. Just was waiting in jars, pickling, just waiting to go drop them off at the side of these people's houses so that they could get them to start working back with them. I'm telling you, 5225. This person is addicted to doing this to people. If they were addicted to doing it to the collective, what makes you think they're not addicted to doing it to your dumb behind? I'm just saying. What makes you think that you're any different? Especially if the collective is the child of this person, or the collective, man, let them deal with their own addictions. And their addiction is this spell work. Their addiction is ruining other people's lives, conflicting everybody's emotions, putting them into, some type of weird ass mental stuckness. All right, just a few more. I'm getting out of this because this, whatever's coming to, man. I'm going to leave it there. That's who it is. It's this mother figure. It's this mother. Somebody's mom is a BS artist. That's just what it is. Look, that's what was underneath that. Wow. They're going to continue to haunt everything that you do. Plague everything that you do. Not the collective. I'm talking about the people that's working with them. 5335 on the clock. They are going to continue to do that to your grave. Until you break off from them. So if you don't break off from them, then you're going to be bound to whatever this person is having you try to inflict on the collective. I'm just telling you, this is your chance. You can either lose again or you can stop playing the losing game. 5353. Don't be out here in the dark doing weird stuff. All right. Pull these last few here. This is either going to tell us what's happening with the collective or what's happening with these people, or I don't know. Because it looked like the collective done all of their healing work. Look. Oh, that's the card that I saw that said it looks like the collective's done all their healing work. They've healed their inner child. They've healed their younger self. They've healed their parental nature, whoever they are, in their future self. There is a light that shines. 54:45 on the clock. Special for you and me. There are times. Yeah, these people need to start getting into this energy of planting a tree that they would want to grow in their garden, in their yard, in their backyard. That's what these people need to do. That's the only way. Like I said, if they look at the collective and don't want the collective to be sleeping peacefully on top of the world, you hear me? If they want anything less for the collective, that's what they're bound to for themselves. Because we are all connected. We are all connected, baby. This person looking like they fighting in their sleep. Look. These people going, ooh, these people might be having nightmares right now. Or fighting battles in their sleep with their own demons. They're going to have to become dream demon slayers like the collective was. Or is. Because it's never left you. It's just you don't have to do it anymore, collective. Yeah. If they keep, whoever this cat is, if they keep keeping this person as a comfort pet, they're going to be fighting off a lot of battles. Because we are all connected. Just saying. Ooh, yeah. It's heating up for these people. It's heating up for these people. They know what they should be doing. It's like, look, this person's looking this way. It's heating up because they see you in this field of sunflowers. That's what's bringing the heat the most. But again, it's not about the collective. It's about what you're doing for yourself. And if you focused on doing something against the collective, that's why you never have nothing for yourself. If you too focused on doing something against the collective, that's why you'll never have anything for yourself. The reason you'll never have anything for yourself is because you too focused on what the collective is doing or receiving or getting, etc., etc. Wow. Because everything has its own place. Just like them. They got their own mission. They got their own purpose. They got their own value in this lifetime, but they're wasting it. As long as they stay focused on what's happening with the collective, they'll never have anything for themselves. Because this collective is in this pristine energy. I'm just saying. Better get it together. Not for the collective, but for themselves. Wow, that went up and over too. Yeah. This came out in the reverse. So they better start using nature's magic in the correct way. Not against anybody. That's the only way to bring themselves back into good health, to rectify the things that they've put on their own children, put into their own lives. They better get in their own damn lane. That's the only way to bring. Your lane is not the collective's lane. Your lane is not following after the collective with something. Your lane is not trying to block the collective's road. Collective's roads are clear. The collective's roads are entirely clear. The collective's roads cannot be blocked. The collective's roads are clear because you weren't supposed to be in this lane in the first place. It's the only way they're going to bring any type of health and vitality back to what they're doing is if they get on their own path. Yeah, and change their environment, how they do things. Ooh, I'm hearing let bygones be bygones. Like, I don't know, put a change in the wind. What do that mean? Ooh. Whatever earth magic they did. Okay, what about that earth magic? Wow. They need to send out this light energy. They need to do light magic. They need to do light magic towards the collective and live a clean life. I'm just splitting this deck wherever. Yep. And learn how to coexist. I can't make it up. Then they'll be doing better. I cannot make it up. Listen, this is a 5. The heat that they feel from the collective sitting amongst these fields of sunflowers, 6 minus 1 is 5. The only way they'll be doing better and have their own little sunflower. I'm just trying to tell these people. Eat the right things, drink the right things, consume the right things, consume the right communications. 58 on the clock. Consume the right communications. Don't be out here talking about the collective. Don't engage in conversation. Not even about what you did before. You better keep that to yourself because you spread it out even more. The more comes back to you for that. Even those small things, yes. Even those small things, like, yeah, you know, even sitting there talking with somebody that you was at the seance with, you gonna get yourself into a high level of problems. A high level of problems. Everything you do gets recycled back to you. I'm just saying. So respect the collective and the journey that they've been on in their journey to heal their inner child, despite this mother energy. All right. Hope that this has been helpful and insightful in some type of way, shape, or form. Bye. Bye.